The neighbors of an Ahmadi approached him and he said, that they collectively, and they said to him, look here, there was some Ahmadi who had put a booster on their roof. And we also began to watch your programs. And they're so wonderful. We don't want to turn to any other program. Suddenly, the booster has been taken away. Please, would you kindly, for our sake, put another booster on top of your roof? He was amazed. The booster was taken away because of the pressure of the mullahs and the government searching for such Ahmadis who were employing boosters. So the neighbor said, it's our responsibility. Nobody can touch you. Go ahead and do it. And even in the small, shops, like betel shops, the betel leaf shops, they're called pan shops. There are reports from some areas that they are publicly displaying MTA and attract large crowds of people, and nobody dare oppose them or do damage to their set. So these programs are already proving so useful, and the public consensus has approved the quality of these programs in such powerful a way that I don't think it would be advisable to change their nature. So don't talk of music, not even in a musical voice as you have. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah.
Assalamu alaikum, Hazur. My daughter also singing Ahmadiyya Zindabad from MTA.
Who, your daughter?
My daughter, she is only 2.5 years old.
Does she happen to be non-Ahmadi, Nauzubillah?
No.
We are talking of non-Ahmadis. Their response is so powerful. This is what I said to you, not to discourage you in your expression, only lest you should have misunderstood us. I'm not talking of Ahmadiyya response. I'm talking of non-Ahmadiyya response. Even the response of those who were sworn enemies of Ahmadiyya, I received sometimes reports that such a man just came out of inquisitiveness, out of curiosity, to watch a program, and so that he could go back and tell they're doing this against Islam and talking that against Islam and so on. He got glued to the program for the whole of the remaining period and went back a crestfallen person, apologizing for his previous views and saying that, for God's sakes, forgive me what I was doing to you and permit me to come to these programs regularly. There were 4 such people once reported, and within a few days all the 4 became Ahmadis. So this is, with the grace of Allah, the impact of these programs. But as far as children go, Ahmadi children, as you have just said, they're enjoying it so thoroughly. Sometimes they force their parents not to turn to any other channel. They say, no, we are happy with this Ahmadiyya program. So it's doing a lot of good, unimaginably beneficial to the Ahmadiyya cause, because I don't know now that the Ahmadiyya television is working, what we could do without it. Within 1 year, we have started observing its influence. When I was in America, I received a letter from an Ahmadi girl who was a university student, somewhere in Oxford or Cambridge, I don't remember exactly, but she was the student of a very highly respectable university. And she wrote to me confessing that although she was born in an Ahmadi home, and raised as if she was an Ahmadi, she had no interest in Ahmadiyyat, she had no knowledge of Ahmadiyyat. She just grew up as a secular educated girl and had reached a very high standard academically. She said, once it so happened, I visited a friend and there was MTA channel, being displayed at that time. said, I was so interested. I started looking at it, and then I regularly started going. In the university, I can't see all the programs, but on weekends, I regularly go and watch these. And I have become Ahmadi again. It's such a big bang, you know. Said, I wish I had not wasted my life before. This is, with the grace of Allah, the impact of these programs, which are not very developed, which are very poorly presented. You know, when I teach language programs, sometimes we don't have even a toy of a horse to show them what a horse is. And we make do with pictures and this and that. But still, the objective of teaching language is achieved in a manner as nowhere else you will notice, you will witness that. Ravil, a Russian-born gentleman, has attended 18 such lessons. And if you speak himself, amazed. So this is Ahmadiyya television, which is a very great blessing of Allah, which has descended upon us from heaven. And it is meant to create great things for Ahmadiyya. So let us stick to this simple, honest presentation without any affectation, without any artificial means of making it more attractive. People are fed up, in fact, with hollow things. Deep inside they know that a reality is always more beautiful than an artificial presentation of a hollow thing, a hollow object, or a hollow philosophy. Ahmadiyyat there is solid right to the core, mashallah. Okay?
And now my questions.
I thought you came only to let me know what the beautiful response of your daughter.
No, Hazur.
Another question?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, lottery. Hazur, is it allowed to install lottery machines in their premises?
For God's sake, don't it? If you, it is like, your question is like this, that I know it is forbidden to kill people, but it is permitted to create a slaughterhouse where they'll be slaughtered. Now, you are doing the same thing to lottery. You say it is forbidden for me, but I'll create a slaughterhouse for slaughtering people. This is not a fair question at all. You should have nothing to do with such things as you consider forbidden in Islam.
Hazur, already some people's got, like Texco or post office people. They insist to you to install a machine or something like that.
That is your problem. That's not my problem. Do whatever you may, but you must not rebel against Islamic injunctions. You must not violate the clear-cut instructions of the Holy Quran and of the Holy Prophet.
Yes.
That's on one side, and the other side is the worldly gain or worldly compulsion, whatever you may call it. The comparison is obvious. There's no choice.
Okay.
Right?
ठीक है.
Please. Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. You are going very fast now, mashallah. Huh?
Yeah.
Getting a very charming figure.
Thanks.
Okay, please.
Yeah, my
There was a
question.
child of yesterday, a small child, now just look at him. He's growing into a handsome gentleman. Please.
As you know, technology throughout the ages has constantly been advancing.
Right.
And I believe that especially in the last 50 years it has been advancing at an exponential rate. So far that, today I can't even imagine in 20 years where I'll be in terms of technology and the world. And what I wanted to know is, will there ever be a limit to advancing technology? And will man ever be content?
You see, there will be no limit as far as the advancement of any technology is concerned, because according to the Holy Quran, you cannot even encompass the knowledge of the smallest particle, because God has put more into it than you can ever encompass.